let's start preparing the Indian style, mutton biryani together with me. And request you to go ahead and subscribe and press the bell icon if at all you are really kind of impressed with my cooking today. So let's start. Let's see the ingredients first. What we need. So today what we need first is half kg mutton. You need coconut milk. Either you can have a kind of a freshly prepared coconut milk at home, or you can buy it from any supermarket where you get that in a kind of a tetra pack. You can buy that. And I'll tell you what is the measurement that you need to put it for the biryani. And salt as per taste, ginger garlic paste. This as well you can prepare at home, or you can go ahead and buy something that is provided in the supermarket. This is a equal amount ginger and equal amount garlic. And then we need a little bit of curd. That would be around half a cup. And that's 2 tablespoon of garam masala, and 2 tablespoon of red chili powder. And this is rice. This is the biryani rice, the basmati rice. And then we need onion. This is 3 big onions, two one and a half, don't no need for two. This rice I have taken for 3 to 4 people. This can serve around 3 to 4 people. So you need this is the glass, this is the measurement that I have taken for the biryani rice. This I have taken around 2 full glasses of the rice. Right, we'll keep that aside. And I have taken around 5 to 6 green chilies, and one and a half tomato, a kind of a medium sized one and a half tomato. And coriander with mint leaves. So you need to chop it little bit fine, and take that. And initially, that the masala that you would like to use for the biryani is the bay leaves. This is saunf. You have the cinnamon. I have taken around 3 to 4 a kind of little inches of cinnamon. You have around 5 cloves for the cardamom. This, if you have at home, it's fine. If you don't have, you can just avoid this. This is shahi elaichi and the star anise. If this is there at with you at home, you can use this. Otherwise, you can just skip that. And then I have taken a bit of fried onion, which I usually fry it before I start the cooking. So I have fried it and kept it. This is just like a seasoning. Once you prepare your biryani, and at the end you just season it with that, and just close the cooker with that. After putting the fried onions, it gives a bit of aroma. And salt to taste, as I've told you, salt to taste. As per your taste, you can take even the chili. If you want to reduce on this, you can go ahead and do that. It's as per your taste again. So let's start the cooking. First, what we need to do is, in a cooker. This is, again, I'm preparing in a pressure cooker, because this is much more easier, and this is a basic kind of thing, where all most of the households that are there, they use a cooker. It is a homely kind of a biryani, not like too much like these are the basic ingredients that I've used. So here we have the cooker. I have put around 2 tablespoon of oil and 2 tablespoon of ghee, in equal quantity. And the first step is these spices. All these spices we need to put in first. Just give it a stir. Don't fry it to the extent where it becomes all kind of dark, because the spices might lose its flavor. So you just try to just stir it for a while, till the time you just feel that the aroma is coming out of the spices, right? All right, the spices have kind of fried to an extent. So now the next thing is we'll add the green chili and the onion, all the onion, right? You need to fry this onion until and unless it becomes golden, not even a little bit of golden, a little bit of light gold color. Just fry it neatly till that stage. You need to cook. What you can do is you can add a bit of salt, because normally salt tries to increase the frying speed of the onions. So just try to stir it well and let it fry nicely till it's kind of a light brown color. See, after frying the onion to this extent, what you need to do is you need to add the ginger garlic paste. So here we have. So we'll add this entire amount of ginger garlic paste. This is almost two table big tablespoons of ginger garlic paste, because this is what gives flavor to your biryani. Stir it well. At this stage, add a pinch of turmeric, or a turmeric, as you might tell. It gives a nice color. It gives a nice color to the biryani. Mix it well, and again fry it for at least 5 minutes. The raw smell of the ginger garlic paste needs to go. Fry it for another 5 minutes. See, after frying it for 5 minutes, it's nice aroma is again coming. So at this stage, go ahead and add the curd. Mix it well. And add the coriander and mint leaves. Just fry it a bit for at least 1 or 2 minutes. Now add the tomatoes and the chili, the red chili powder that we took. Add it, all of it. Try to cook it for a minute, because we added the curd and the tomatoes. So just try to let the tomatoes cook a bit, and then we'll add the mutton to it. So see how beautiful it kind of looks, the masala, and the kind of aroma that it comes when you try to fry all these spices and all these ingredients together. It's very nice. All right, at this stage, go ahead and add mutton the mutton pieces. Stir it well. Now what you can do is just let it fry for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, add the same glass. This is the same glass that I took the rice. I am going to add 1 glass of water. And the reason being is we all know that mutton usually won't cook so kind of to that it won't be that tender if you just go ahead and add the ingredients and just pressure cook it for 1 or 2 whistles. So what you have to do is first you need to pressure cook the mutton in these spices, at least one 3 or 4 whistles. Okay, after 3 or 4 whistles we will switch it off and we'll go ahead and add the rice and the coconut milk. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll close the cooker. Okay, we'll close the cooker, put the lid on, and put the whistle as well. And let it kind of cook till it gives us at least one four whistles. So we'll just wait for it. All right, see, after four whistles, this is how your the mutton is going to look. It's cooked well. Usually it's near our place, it's the mutton is not that tender. So that's the reason we need to cook it before we prepare the biryani. But some places, again, it depends on the kind of the quality of mutton that you get. So for this mutton, normally I would keep around 4 whistles before I add the rice and the coconut milk. At this stage, what you need to do is you need to add the coconut milk. It's the same measurement, right? What I have taken, the rice that I took, the same measurement. So for 1 glass of rice, I would put 2 measures of either water or coconut milk. So let me see how much coconut milk I have. So here goes one. One second. All right, so I have close to 2 measurements of coconut milk. So I'll just put that, and the same measurement you need to put 2 more glasses of water, plain water. So since we already put 1 glass of water when we were cooking the mutton, so I'll put just 1 more glass of water. So it's totally while cooking the mutton 1 glass. Then after cooking, when I removed, I put 2 glasses of 2 measures of coconut milk in the same glass, as well as one more. I added one more measurement of plain water. Let it come to a boil. See how beautiful the biryani looks. So let it come to a boil, and then we'll add the rice. So now see, it has started boiling. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and add the rice. Okay, Go ahead and add the complete rice. Stir it well. Stir it very slowly because you don't want any of the grains to break. Now add, you know what I've done? I have taken a bit of jeera powder as well. The cumin powder, you can grind and keep it at home. So what I've taken, I have taken 1 spoon of, the garam masala, and around half a spoon of, you know, um, cumin powder. So just go ahead and add it. Give it a stir. Initially we added a bit of salt, so what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and add a bit of salt more, this much. It's again according to your taste. So what you can do is you can go ahead and do a taste test, just to see if it's as per what you need. Give it a nice stir. Let it come to a boil. Okay, a little bit of boil, and you before you close the lid, just try to check whether the salt, the heat, everything is proper. All right, see, now it has come to a nice boil. So at this stage what I'll do is I'll go ahead and close the lid and make it the flame medium, or maybe less than that. And cook it for 10 minutes, or you can keep it for 2 whistles, whichever is fine with you. What you can do is, if you want to kind of make it like a put it dum, then what you can do is you can just make complete sim. Okay, reduce the flame completely, and close the lid, and keep it like that for around 10 to 15 minutes, and then switch it off. And if you want to put it on 2 whistles, what you can do is keep it medium, keep the flame medium, and close the whistle the lid, and keep it for 2 whistles, and your biryani will be ready. So once the pressure is gone, just open the lid, add the fried onion that we had kept before, add it, and just close it again, and just keep it like that itself, unless and until you're ready to eat the biryani. So because that gives a nice aroma. So what you'll do is we'll just close the lid. I am going to keep it for 2 whistles and keep it on medium flame. Right?